As a parent, there's nothing more heart-wrenching than watching your child struggle with chronic health conditions despite trying every recommended traditional medical approach and then going fully down the road of natural and holistic health remedies. You've been to countless doctors and specialists, filed numerous prescriptions, and explored various holistic and biomedical therapies, diet changes, detoxes, cleanses, vitamins, supplements, herbs, infrared saunas, and so forth. But nothing seems to work. The frustration and the helplessness can be overwhelming, leaving you questioning if there's something you're missing or is my child just stuck this way? But what if the real key to unlocking this optimal potential and healing for your child is doing all of the things, but in a different order or sequence? What if it's as simple as breaking things down into a more specific sequence or batting order that aligns with the exact pathway of stress and dysfunction that caused them to get sick in the first place? This video is for all of you exhausted parents who have tried both traditional medical approaches and natural health alternatives for their chronically struggling children, yet continue to see limited lasting results despite doing all the right things. You're going to discover why the sequence of healing matters more than the individual therapies themselves, and how addressing nervous system dysfunction first through neurologically focused chiropractic care can finally unlock the results that you've been searching for from everyone else you're already doing. Here's what's absolutely fascinating about the shift that we've seen in healthcare over the past 15 years. In the early stages of practice, 80% of our patients were already medicated before learning about neurologically focused chiropractic care, and 20% of them knew anything about gluten, dairy, vitamin supplements, and drug-free approaches. Today, that is completely flipped. 20% of our patients are taking medications. About 80% of them have already gone deep down the roads of natural health and drug-free healing. But here's the concerning reality. Chronic disease prevalence has risen to nearly 30% in the last 20 years. And our average new patient today has more illnesses and various health struggles, which reveals a critical gap that most parents and even healthcare providers are missing entirely. First, let's understand the hierarchy of neurological healing and development. The nervous system develops first in utero, acting as the air traffic controller for your child's body by coordinating vital systems like gut health, immune function, motor skills, and brain functions. Dr. Bruce Lipton, a cellular biologist and researcher, explains that the function of the nervous system is to perceive the environment and coordinate the behavior of all other cells, which is why the neural tube is one of the very first things to develop during pregnancy. It needs to be there first in order to coordinate and manage all of the other systems. When the nervous system gets derailed and off track developmentally due to early life stressors, everything downstream gets thrown off as well. And when this happens, children get stuck in this gas pedal, fight or flight system of their nervous system. There's two different aspects to the autonomic nervous system, or the thing that runs all of your body without having to think about it. There's stress mode, that fight or flight, gas pedal we like to call it, where the system is just in overdrive. It's imagining that it's running away from bears, even though we know there's no bear chasing it. But it's just in that constant state of stress. And then there's another side we call the parasympathetic, or the rest, relax, digest system. And that system is really where kids, especially the young infants, should be most of the time. When they're in that's where they grow, develop, gut function, immune function, all of those essentials happen really well. So we need to have a good balance between these systems. Sometimes, like if an infant is really hungry and no one's feeding it, then it needs to activate that stress mode. It needs to start crying and telling their parent or caregiver that they need something. But as soon as they get that, we should turn that off and be nice and happy again. When we have dysfunction in this system, that's what creates ongoing chronic stress. And this is why nearly every child struggling with chronic neurodevelopmental conditions also struggles with digestive problems, weakened immune response, motor challenges, and sensory processing difficulties. Now, the three sequential steps of optimal neurodevelopment are as follows. Step one is the nervous system foundation. Without proper nervous system regulation and function being activated and optimized first, everything else is limited in what it can do and the results you should expect. Step two is the motor system. Because movement is truly life, and every childhood development expert knows that motor development is the key to brain and nervous system development overall. But muscles can't move themselves. The nervous system must function properly first for motor coordination to develop properly. Step three is gut and immune health, which, while absolutely essential, is controlled first and foremost by the nervous system through the vagus nerve and the brain gut connection, which means the brain gut connection comes before the gut brain connection. So, why is this batting order or sequence of healing the thing that matters most? Each individual form of natural, holistic, integrative care is amazing and does its job. But when we address nervous system dysfunction first, we unlock something within your child's brain and body that makes every single other therapy work exponentially better. This is why so many parents report that their children finally start seeing massive gains in PT, OT, and speech therapy once they begin getting adjusted, because we're addressing the foundational neurological dysfunction that was limiting all other therapies from achieving optimal results. Reopening neurosensory pathways that were once closed due to subluxation but now are opened through neurofocused care allows proper development to be achieved. Think of it like trying to restore or rebuild a home that sits on a cracked, crooked foundation. No general contractor would spend hundreds of thousands of dollars remodeling without first repairing and restoring that foundation until it's stable and solid. If you feel like your child is at a stuck point after trying every single route of healing, from the traditional medical route to the holistic alternatives, or maybe you've been hitting a plateau in their therapies and nothing seems to stick or work, it's time to start addressing first the foundation of how our bodies heal through the nervous system. To learn more about the nervous system and its continual role in our children's health and development, and how neurologically focused chiropractic care can help, you can click on the link in our bio on Instagram to learn more.